all the bullets he can find. After making sure the corridor is clear of zombies, he comes out and goes downstairs, closing every door he sees on the way. When he makes it to the front entrance, he finds the zombies outside, so he rushes to close the door right before they can reach for him. Now that the building has been secured, Sam goes to the caretaker's room and grabs the keys to all the apartments while ignoring the zombie reaching through the window. He also finds a can of tuna that he quickly eats. Then he takes all the supplies and useful objects he finds there before organizing the keys by apartment number so he can use them to check each room. The first apartment he enters has a zombified family in it and Sam is attacked, but after some struggle, he manages to push the zombie off. Then he runs outside and closes the door to draw an X on it to avoid re-entering it in the future. Then Sam continues to check all the other apartments, which thankfully are empty. He gathers all the food he can find, but sometimes he also takes other things like a paintball gun. Since Sam is a musician, he's happy to find an MP3 player, some old cassettes, and even a set of drums. Once he's done with all the apartments and has a mask to protect his face, Sam is closing up only to be startled by the elevator suddenly moving, which reveals a zombie inside. Since it isn't behaving violently, Sam doesn't kill him. Instead, he ties the iron fence with a belt to keep him from escaping. Later in the evening, Sam has food while listening to his old tapes, which brings lots of good memories. The next day, Sam watches the zombies outside for a while before organizing all the food he's gathered, rationing it properly and keeping a record in a notebook. He also uses the dirt on a window to draw a grid and start counting the days. Afterward, he goes back to looking around the apartment and eventually ends up playing the drums to release some tension. However, he must be careful because all the noise attracts the zombies to the window. Days start to pass and Sam tries his best to keep himself busy. He marks the days on the window, cooks his own meals, and sometimes at night he goes to the roof to watch the empty city. Using the paintball gun, he starts a game of shooting the zombies on the street and crossing them out on his ex's pictures. He also records sounds he makes with random objects and creates music with them. One day, Sam realizes there's a strong stench and looks into the apartment below to realize the bodies are rotting.